Thermal equilibrium. Thermal energy is due to the movement of molecules in a substance. The faster the molecules move, the higher the temperature of the substance. Therefore, thermal energy is really the kinetic energy of the molecules of a substance. Heat is the transfer or flow of energy from the hotter object to the cooler one. It's important to understand that heat only travels from a hot object to a colder object. Thus, an object gets warm by receiving heat energy and cold by losing heat energy. This will continue until both objects are at the same temperature. In this state, we say that they are in thermal equilibrium, and there is no overall transfer of energy anymore between the two objects. Pay attention. When we put two objects of different temperatures in contact for a while, the heat energy gradually spreads until the two objects have the same temperature. When this happens, we say that they come to equilibrium, and from that moment, no energy exchange occurs. They are in thermal equilibrium. Heat can be transferred in three ways: radiation, conduction, convection. Conduction. Conduction occurs mostly from solid to solid due to molecular vibration. At the place where the two objects touch, the vibrating atoms bump into neighboring atoms and pass on their kinetic energy. These atoms then pass on their kinetic energy to atoms close to them, and so on. In this way, the heat energy moves through the substance. Pay attention. Conduction takes place in solids, liquids, and gases, but works best in solids, as their atoms' molecules are located closer together. Metals are the best solids for conducting heat. Metals have tightly packed atoms which can easily pass on their kinetic energy and also have free-moving electrons. These electrons can move from the hot part of the metal to the colder part, transferring the energy more quickly. An insulator is a material that will not allow the easy flow of energy. Plastic, rubber, and glass are poor conductors of heat. They are examples of insulating materials. Air is one of the worst conductors and so one of the best insulators. Convection. Convection is the flow of heat through a fluid, liquids, and gases, from places of higher temperature to places of lower temperature by movement of the fluid itself. This is why the particles can move freely in fluids. Streams of warm moving fluids are called convection currents. They arise when a fluid is heated because it expands, becomes less dense, and is forced upwards by surrounding cooler, denser fluid which moves under it. The fluid will remain in motion until equilibrium is reached. Pay attention in this figure. Convection currents. High seas convective process play an important role in the development of hurricanes. Radiation. Thermal radiation, often called infrared radiation, is a type of electromagnetic radiation or light. Radiation is a form of energy transport consisting of electromagnetic waves traveling at the speed of light. Emission of the infrared waves occurs from the surface of all bodies. The most important difference between radiation and other forms of energy transfer is that conduction and convection both need matter to be present. Radiation can occur in a vacuum. Particles of matter are not involved. Radiation is the way heat reaches us from the sun. Look at the figure.